Hi guys, my name is Pratik Rathi. Thank you very much for being on the channel. Channel's name is The Punch and you're watching What Matters. Imagine a government of a nation is asking all central universities across the country to not hold examination as government has no money left to buy paper. Not just this, the basic amenities such as medicines, fuel, vegetables, groceries, etc. have dried up in a country and government has no money left to import them as well. We're not talking about Afghanistan or any other African nation, but our very own friendly neighbor, Sri Lanka. And it's important for us to be aware of the happening in our backyard as it has direct impact on our security. The country is in such a mess that it is literally begging anyone and everyone for foreign exchange reserves, be it ADB, IMF, China, India or any other country or institution. But why have they come to such a situation is something to understand. It's a mix of several factors including pandemic hit tourism sector which used to bring in a lot of foreign exchange which has come to literally stand still, plus pretty much failed government policies over a period of time which has made this mess. The government's attempt at converting Sri Lanka's agriculture to organic farming overnight backfired as well, with a severe loss in the output forcing Sri Lanka to import its staple food rice. Government has also focused on domestic economy based policy which resulted in reduced exports. The exports, which used to be 26% of GDP in 2005, has reduced significantly to 12% in 2020. Meanwhile, since the domestic economy could not create the demand that could stimulate growth, the real economic growth began to fall from 9% in 2012 to 2.3% in 2019. In 2020, hit by the COVID-19 pandemic, the economy contracted to mere 3.6%. Sri Lanka is in the grip of its worst economic crisis since independence from Britain in 1948. The island's foreign reserves have hit rock bottom with commercial banks unable to secure dollars to finance imports of food, fuel and medicines. Sri Lanka was in deep economic crisis when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, reducing foreign worker remittances and crippling the lucrative tourism sector, which is a key source of dollars for the economy. The government imposed a broad import ban in March 2020 to save foreign currency. The shortages pushed food prices up by 25% last month, with overall inflation at 17.5%, the fifth consecutive monthly record high. Sri Lanka's two major newspapers recently suspended their publication over newsprint shortage and price escalation caused by the country's all-time worst foreign exchange crisis. The country is facing 5-hour rolling electricity blackouts every day as thermal generators have run out of oil. A sudden rise in prices of key commodities and fuel shortage forced tens of thousands of people to queue long hours outside petrol filling stations. People are also facing long hours of power cuts daily. All essentials are in short supply due to import restrictions forced by the Forex crisis. One of Sri Lanka's biggest fuel suppliers hiked the prices of gasoline by nearly 50% in a month as the country struggles to import oil without dollars. People are fleeing Sri Lanka and started taking refuge in Tamil Nadu, India, which is a security concern for India. Meanwhile, India has extended a line of credit of $1.5 billion to the island nation to procure necessary items plus the medical aid. Sri Lanka is scheduled to talk to IMF later this month for a bailout. We will keep a track on the developing story from Sri Lankan economic crisis. Meanwhile, another neighbor nation is facing political turmoil. In addition to economic turmoil, Imran Khan, the PM of Pakistan, has lost majority ahead of its no confidence motion and could soon lose PM position. Peace.